other city council have selected their police chief and nobody said anything. And now, when this particular group of councilmen vote yes, and remember the other councilman who there was a unanimous vote for the interim, that when this particular city council votes for their choice, who is well qualified, he was a 22-year member of the Department of Public Safety.
How many years of supervisory?
Listen to me, I'm still talking. I'll let you ask the question. Okay. And for that question, and so he is amply qualified to be in this position, And so what they want is to be able to go about their lives, for let the chief to serve in the capacity that he was selected to choose, and to go forward and not being harassed or the subject of these unseemly, hurtful allegations that are unfounded. Answer your question about supervisors. Okay, ask your question.
How many years of experience does Mr. Pearson have supervising municipal police?
And I'll ask you that question. I don't think he has any. Okay, and the question is that important? There are people for you it is.
For the citizens of Jackson.
Well, for you because you have a vested interest in it. But I want to tell you something. There's
I want somebody
defense.
qualified in the position. I don't care.
Listen. Okay, and I respect that opinion. Wait a minute. No. Ms. Hall, I respect that opinion. I just respectfully disagree with it. I think there are people who also disagree with it, but I respect that opinion. Anybody? What?
So you think it's that the council was justified in hiring the least qualified
That's
person?
not true. First, that statement is not true. I think the chief is much more qualified than your husband. Does anybody? Wait a minute. Does anybody else? Okay, he's the most qualified.
He was the most qualified of our candidates.
Absolutely.
How many burglary cases or sexual assault cases?
I will answer this. Ms. Hall, I will. Listen. I can appreciate your dedication and supporting your husband.
No, I'm supporting my city.
In your city. I appreciate that. I disagree with it. I think there's a history that goes back with the mayor and the people in that.
So you're avoiding the question?
I'm not avoiding it at all. Ask me your question again.
How many cases, burglary cases, sexual assault cases, municipal police type cases has Mr. Pearson investigated?
I don't know.
Zero.
I don't know. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. The last, that's fine. I just disagree. I respect your opinion. I disagree, and I think there are people all over the state of Texas and in Jasper that disagree with your statement. Look at the last. Go ahead.
Last question. When police chief goes on vacation, who normally fills in?
The captain.
Okay, so in an interim speaking position, just temporarily taking the position while the city were looking into getting a police chief, conducting their interviews, wouldn't the captain normally step in to take over that position?
That's a good question. You see why they didn't? Because the city council, who has the authority, they run the city. They're the bosses. And it'd be like if you're in a business and your sales clerk comes in and says, "We picked the vice president of your company and we've decided," and you say, "I'm the boss. I'm not going to do that." They picked an interim chief. They did that interim chief, and what happened, and why we're here in answer to the previous question, is that it went against the good old boy stuff where the mayor and the police chief are going to pick the successors, and they're going to do it in violation, I think, of the rules, because the city council had the decision to do that. And I think he was the most qualified. I think he was obviously...
He didn't even meet qualifications according to the job description.
What'd you say?
He did not even meet the qualifications to apply.
He did, Mrs. Hall. And anyway, there is a history. There is a history with the mayor, and Hunter and Hall, and we need to connect the dots. Let's go on.
Rather than fight this out here. Can you tell me if the recall does go through with the council member, how would that impact your client? In what ways and how?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm asking for the city council to investigate the circumstances under the recall, the petition, and the signatures. I think that there are glaring problems. In my opinion, Mr. Getz will talk about this. In my opinion, as a council with my son, with the chief and his wife and family, I think there are serious problems, and it appears that the basis of the recall is the chief and this information that was released improperly, and I think that's why I hope the city council would investigate it. They have the right to do it, and subpoena people and get witnesses to do it.
Is there a situation where there could be a breach of contract with the city of Jasper?
We're not looking at that right now. We're just trying to get to the bottom of what happened and why it happened, and that's where we are. Yes, sir. Would you state your name?
The selection of the interim.
Would you state your name?
Buddy Rector.
Okay, how about this? Buddy Rector. Okay.
You said that the selection of the interim chief was the good old boy system. When was the last time the city of Jasper had an interim chief?
You tell me.
Never.
Never.
You said they've never had an interim chief.
Never.
Okay. Okay, anyway, good question. I don't have anything to do with anything, but that's a good question.
You said it was a continuation of the good old boy selection of the interim.
Wait a minute, y'all need to be quiet. Be respectful. Yes, sir. Talk up.
If there was never an interim before, how could this be a continuation of selecting the interim?
There are interims all the time. Are you saying that just because there's an interim, there's something? There's interim police chiefs, sheriffs. There's interim everything. There's interim everything. And if the city, let me ask you this: does the city council have the right to appoint an interim? In your opinion?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. That's it. Hang on one second. Yes, ma'am. Would you state?
My name is Jody Ellis.
Hi,
Would you
Jody.
also
Jody Ellis.
investigate whether Mr. Pearson was promised the job as interim and permanent chief before he applied for the position?
I'm not investigating anything.
Well, you're investigating all kinds of things.
No, I'm investigating wrongdoing involving Chief Pearson. I'm investigating that. But what I've asked for is the Justice Department and the Texas Rangers to come and investigate, and they are welcome to investigate however they want to. And that's what I want. Is I want somebody to come in here, and if it includes that, so be it. That's fine. Last, anybody else? Mike.
David, you have stated your opinion that the city charter of Jasper is unconstitutional. You have stated your opinion that there are a lot of opinions with the petitions as they were submitted to the city secretary.
A lot of questions.
A lot of questions about it. What I'm getting at is, are you going to advocate that the city council ignore their sworn oath and obligation to call for a recall election if they are given enough signatures to suggest that a recall election should be held?
I've not said that. I've not said
But I'm
that.
asking.
No, I haven't said that. What I've said is that I'm calling for them to investigate under the powers that they have the recall itself, and then if it's determined that everything's on the up and up, then they need to follow whatever the law
The
is.
city charter gives them 5 days from the time that they are presented to the city secretary, the petitions, for the city secretary to verify. So presumably that process has already been done. Tonight, a special city council
It was
election.
certified at 11 o'clock today.
Tonight, a special city council meeting has been being called for, where they are supposed to be presented to the city council. And as I understand the provisions of the city charter, any of the affected council members can then call for a special meeting, a hearing, and that has to be done within the next 15 days. And then if they do not voluntarily step down, it is the duty of the city council to call for a recall election. And at that time, all of the citizens in the wards, respectively, would have the right to say, yes, we want this city council member to continue, or no, we do not. Now, do you have a problem with that process?
I do indeed. I do indeed. I think it's unconstitutional, unfair, and wrong. And I am asking under another provision that they have hearings, they take sworn testimony, and they put people under oath to find out about the infractions. In my estimation what's happening. In the meantime, I'm going to ask the U.S. Attorney's Office, the United States government to come in here to investigate this, the Justice Department, as well as the Secretary of State's position. So, I mean,
I've been asking you to do that for BISD for years now, so it doesn't always happen.
I understand that. I'm just telling you what I can't, and I don't profess. Listen, I do not profess to be presumptuous like Mayor Lapp and Hunter and try to enforce my will on the city council. They are elected officials. They make independent decisions, and they should make whatever decision they need to make. I'm just asking them that there's obviously discrepancies. There are questions about whether or not these are qualified voters, or questions, I don't care who certifies them. There are serious issues about those petitions, how that information was obtained, who obtained it, and the signatures on those petitions. They certified that these people were signed under my watch, and there are obviously, in at least my opinion, there are serious questions, and if that's true, that could be voter fraud. I don't know. I mean, somebody needs, not just me, not some lawyer that's babbling. I want the people outside this county to come in here and properly investigate it. Is that it? We appreciate it. Thank you so very much.
Thank you.
Wait just a minute.